my friends. I've got my signs with me, the ones that I said that we would go over and learn about that we might see throughout our neighborhood. But first, I thought we should go back and look at the signs from our book, just to review them. Oh, how I wished I could read. And this side says wet paint. And here's our wet paint. And that sign was reminding us that if he sat down on that bench, he was going to get red stripes on his back because that paint was still wet. Beware of dogs. Here are several. The sign says pumpkin patch, exit, no smoking. And here's our danger sign in red, warning us of danger, high voltage. Here are some more, quite a few. Eat, detour. And this one looks like it says zoo, and this one looks like it says hotel. And here we have quite a few more. Here's rest, the word no, N-O, no. Here's a sign on the side that says up. This says food, next right, and down below that says entrance. And the sign is green, which is kind of like our traffic signal. Green means go, so entrance, go on in. There's our wet cement, warning us that his feet were going to get stuck. And then our last little thought bubble, I'm sure you can read that. It says, I can read. And those are two of your sight words, I and can. Now let's get to those signs that I said I'd share with you. Did you know there's more to reading than just knowing what the letters sound like? You can also sound them out. So of course you can visually see what a word is just by knowing the letters. By looking at if it's a sign or the picture on the page, that can help you determine what the word is saying. So I thought it would be fun. I have a bunch of signs here at home, and I thought that we could look at those and try to determine what the sign says by looking at the letters, looking at the color of the sign, and also some of the pictures that might be on the sign. So let me get those. Then we have our stop sign. So you see the color red, that means stop. And then the letters, when we read them, S-T-O-P, they spell stop, and we can sound them out. Stop. So you're going to stop when you see that sign. This is our walk sign, and you can see that it's in green, W-A-L-K, walk. If you were on a street corner and you wanted to cross the street and there were cars there, there would be a sign above, and if it's green, it's telling you yes, you can go walk. And if it's red, this says don't walk, and we know that red means stop, so you wouldn't walk across the street. It's not safe. Some of our street signs now have a person, the shape of a person in the color of white, which means walk, and then on the bottom sometimes there's a hand in red that means stop, it's not safe, or there's a line through the person's body, which means don't walk. Those are some helpful hints when you're looking at signs and the importance of color. A lot of times you'll see these signs on the door. Can you tell what this one says? The picture shows someone that looks like they might be wearing a dress, and it starts with a W. This says women. So this would be the women's room. When we look at this one, it looks like a person wearing probably pants and starts with an M, so men, this would be the men's room. So the color blue is very important when you see signs on the road, especially. Blue usually means it's a guidance sign or a helping sign. So it might be leading us somewhere, or the sign might be telling us to turn. Got two here. Let me see if you can guess what this one is. H for hospital, and there's the word hospital. H-O-S-P-I-T-A-L, hospital. Let's see if you can guess what this would guide us to. That's right, it's a phone. PH together sounds like phone. This would tell us maybe if we were shopping in the mall or we were driving and there was a phone for us to use somewhere in case of an emergency, would be a sign guiding us to where the phone is. So another color that's important in signs is yellow. So when you look at a stoplight, green means go and yellow means caution. So when you see signs that are made in yellow, this one says warning. It's warning you. This sign is warning or cautioning you against something that's coming up. Do you know what this sign means? R R with the crossbars like this means railroad crossing. And if you're driving in your car, you're riding a bicycle, or getting to walk across the train tracks, you need to be careful because a train is coming. Here's the actual word caution, C-A-U. What's this one? Yep, T-I-O-N, caution. Now look at this picture. You see a person and the sign is yellow, so what could that mean? It means caution, a pedestrian is crossing the street. This is abbreviation for the word pedestrian, and a pedestrian is someone who travels by walking. So they might be walking down the street or crossing the street or walking down the road. So, and Xing means crossing. It's an abbreviation. So this means caution, pedestrian crossing. And you might see that near a school or near a path or going into a business section. So here's a bike and it's yellow, so it's warning us. Here's that word bike and this zing again, crossing. It's abbreviation for crossing. So this is saying beware, this is a bicycle crossing. And I know you've probably seen a lot of these, maybe not so much near our school, but near the schools where kids are walking to school. This says school, and that is the word crossing. So you see a parent and a child, so you have to be cautious because you're near a school crossing. Another important color in our signs is red. I think most of us recognize red as standing for stop, but red also warns us of danger. Let's see what signs we have in red. Here we have danger. The color red's telling you to stop, and danger is telling you, it's warning you there's something dangerous nearby or wherever the sign is posted. Here is do not enter. Do not enter. It's a red sign, and that's telling you do not enter. So if you saw that in a hallway or an alleyway or a street, it means do not go in there. Here's another one. That's a picture of a what? A bicycle. But there's a line through it and it's red, so that means no bicycles. So if you saw this sign, you would not be able to ride your bike down that street or on the sidewalk or across the park. And here's another one. That symbol stands for usually help, hospital, emergency. This is the word emergency. So you might see this sign on the side of an ambulance or some kind of help vehicle, and it's saying it's red because it's telling the drivers they need to stop so that they can get by to get to their emergency. And this is a sign you might see at school. So when you want to leave the building, there's always a sign above the doors or the hallways that lead to outside. But also if there was an emergency and the power went out or there was a fire, these letters light up and you could look up and it would help you find how to get out of the building. So now I'm going to hold them up again and let's see if you get them. Yes, that was men. Did you guess women? If you did, you're correct. Exit, I'm out of here. Emergency, stop, emergency vehicle coming through. That's right, no bicycles. And do not enter. Here's one you see often. That's right, be careful, this is a school crossing. Caution, this is a bike crossing. Do you remember what this word was? Pedestrian. Be careful. Pedestrian crossing the street. Caution. Be careful. Caution, because this is a what? Railroad crossing. Railroad crossing. And a yellow warning sign. They're warning you of something that's coming up. Danger. And then blue again is guidance. This is a sign leading to the hospital. And this is a sign showing you where the telephone is. All right, friends. Oh, I did it again. I forgot to give you your greeting. Here's your air hug, your high five, your fist bump, your handshake, and our dance. See you next time.